When you're ready, guys.
Simon, it was a really emotional finish in the match. What did you and Bomber and everyone else spoke at the, out in the middle of the ground? What did you talk about?
Oh, we really spoke to the boys about how proud we were of them. You know, throughout the year, I think they've been outstanding, and I guess the key message for us to them was that we've still got some work to do to be the side that we want to be, and that when we come back to the MCG, we want to come back and actually play some finals in September. And these guys won't have the opportunity to do that this year, which is really disappointing for them individually and as a group. But I know the resolve within this group is going to really strive to really try and fulfil that next year.
In hindsight, after the events of Tuesday night and the week you had, was it just a bit too hard for the players to get up and give their absolute best tonight?
Yeah, look, I think they continue to try and give the effort that we were looking for. I think there were some things in the game that we certainly didn't do well. For them to have so many uncontested marks was something that we just can't allow teams to do. But to the guys' credit, I thought their week and their preparation was very good. They seemed really upbeat. They felt like there was a bit of relief off their shoulders in some ways because it's been such a torrid 6.5 months. But the difficult thing is that when you do get challenged in games, there comes a time, especially when you actually got to play for something, and we probably got to that stage during the third quarter where it probably got a little bit too hard for us. But in saying that, their effort continued on, but they just were unable to really get the ball back off Richmond. I thought their foot skills throughout the night were outstanding.
How did you find the night personally?
Oh, look, yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I worked with some pretty good guys, and they were outstanding. To have the help of Bomber in the box, he sees the game very well, and just to have that guidance there was a really valuable experience for me. Oh, look, it's certainly something that I'd like to do as senior coaching. Now, whether that's with Essendon or whether it's somewhere else in time, I'm not too sure, but if the opportunity arose, it's something I'd definitely look at. I think we've come a long way with this playing group over 3 years. We've continued to improve, and we actually are heading in the right direction. We've got a great list. We've got some great players that are playing some really good footy and gradually improving, and I see that as a real exciting path, and we shouldn't use next year as a down year. We should use next year as a year that we can actually have some success.
For this group, will it be good to know as soon as possible who's going to lead coach the team next year?
Yeah, well, that's something for the club to work out. I don't think they put any time frame on it. They'll go through a pretty diligent process about how they want to go about it. Ultimately, the sooner you know, the sooner you can get into your planning for next year and how you want to move the club forward. And I think that's the great thing that we can do now is as a footy club, we can start actually moving forward, which is something that we probably haven't been able to do for the last 6.5 months.
If it wasn't to be you, I'm sorry to talk about Fabulous, but if it wasn't to be you, would you be happy to hang around as an assistant?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm more than happy to hang around as an assistant. That's I've loved working for the Essendon Footy Club. I've learnt so much over my period, and if it was to be someone else, I'd be more than happy to stick around.
You said tonight was a dress rehearsal for potentially next year. What specifically did you implement and change with the game plan of the way they played tonight?
Oh, look, I don't think I said it was a dress rehearsal. I said we would like to come back here at some stage next year. But in terms of changing the game plan, we didn't change a hell of a lot. We certainly need to find a way to get the ball back quicker in defence. That was something that Richmond did extremely well. They used their foot skills and took, I think it was 130 uncontested marks, which is way too much. So we need to get better still defensively. And I think as the year's gone on, our defence has gradually just deteriorated to a stage where teams are consistently kicking 100 points. And throughout pre-season, it was something that we really ingrained in our group about working hard in defence. It's an area that we've got to continue to improve.
What's the overriding sentiment amongst the playing group? Are they disappointed that they lost, or more relieved that the season's finished?
Oh, look, you always get disappointed in a loss. There's no doubt about that. And we should never accept losing as a footy club. I think we're a proud footy club who should strive to win every game they play. But under the circumstances, I think there's certainly a lot of relief that the year's finished. It's been an unprecedented year that we're never going to see again. In the history of the game. So the players have endured that, they've got through it, they've actually grown as a group, and it's something that we can use moving forward.
How confident are you that they can now put all this behind them and take the next step next year?
I think if we were going into this year, there was probably one characteristic that we still wanted to build within our group. When we reviewed last year, it was the resilience in the group. And You know, these guys have been unbelievable. If there's one positive to come out of the saga that we've had over the last 6.5 months, it's enabled the club and the players especially to build some resilience. And we've won 5 games, I think, you know, in less than a kick. And the ability for their coach and their resilience in adverse situations has been a credit to them. So that's a box we can now tick, that this group is now starting to find the characteristics that you need to be successful, and that's certainly one of them. So, you know, am I confident that they can move forward? Of course I am. You know, I think this will burn in people's guts for a long time about not playing finals footy. It's a dream as a kid that you grow up and play finals footy, and we haven't done a lot of that.
Do you think, given the draft restrictions, there'll be a fair bit of activity at the try table?
I think that's, once again, a question you'll have to ask the club and the potential coach whether that's to be the case. But I think you can find a way to work every situation if you really want it, and we need to find a way. That's what we've been given. You know, we've lost draft picks, but we need to find a way to continue to improve it as a list. But the thing that we have got is we have got a lot of talent at our younger end already. So that's certainly a positive for the footy club, and hopefully it'll be a way that we can actually work our list to actually still have the success that we want.
You lose a couple of stalwarts tonight with Nathan Lovett-Murray and David Hill. They've obviously been great service to the club as well for many years.
Oh, they have been. They've been outstanding, and I think that it was great tonight, you know, that we were able to actually give them the game that they deserve in the farewell game, and I think that's something that they'll treasure forever. You know, they've been terrific ambassadors for our footy club, both of them. You know, Nathan's done some extremely good work in the Indigenous community. He's done some great work within our football club. You know, something that the footy club are really proud of, and his leadership around those guys. It's been a pretty rich history of having that sort of culture within our footy club that'll truly be remembered.
Thanks, guys.
Beautiful.